With the federal government deficit at about $28 billion, a lot of this can be recovered via recovering the tax debts that are out there and owing by business. The small business restructures and insolvencies have increased significantly. More recent figures are showing that there'll be about 3,000 insolvencies by mid-2025. Hi there, I'm TC, and this week I'll be talking about the ATO debt collections and the general interest charge. Now let's start with some stats. As at 30 June 2020, the ATO collectible debt was sitting at $26.5 billion. By 30 June 24, it had doubled to 52 or 53 billion, with SMEs owing about 34 billion. To the end of 2025, it has doubled again to $105 billion. This really talks to the underlying state of the economy. And I think it's something that not a lot of people are seeing and hearing. We've heard over the years that, over the more recent years, that companies are moving towards restructures and insolvencies. However, up to this point, businesses, and in particular SMEs, have been using the ATO as the overdraft. Well, this is no more. The ATO has stepped in, they have ramped up their collection activity, and in particular small businesses are facing quite strict, quite strong debt collection activity from the ATO. Unfortunately, the ATO has let this blow out for far too long. I understand that during COVID, the ATO was very careful and very kind to business and didn't want to upset the apple cart at that time. However, they did let it go that little bit too long. And as we see, that blowout to $105 billion is just not tenable. And with the federal government deficit at about $28 billion, a lot of this can be recovered via recovering the tax debts that are out there and owing by business. The small business restructures and insolvencies have increased significantly. More recent figures are showing that there'll be about 3,000 insolvencies by mid-2025. We'll wait for those official figures to come out. And what we're seeing now are director penalty notices starting to be issued. We've really seen these become more prevalent from the start of 2024 calendar year, but now they are becoming a lot more commonplace. And it's really important to make sure as a business that the minute you start getting those debt collection, overdue reminders, pay your debt now, otherwise the ATO will come after you. It's important to get on and communicate with your accountant and the ATO to ensure that we don't get to the point of receiving that director penalty notice. At that point, you have 21 days to contact an administration or insolvency expert before these debts become personally liable. We need to make sure that your lodgements and payments are up to date. If they're not, communication is key. You might be able to catch back up in the short term if you keep on top of it, but once those threatening letters start, get onto your accountant. Remember, if you receive a director penalty notice or DPN, you've got 21 days before things get dire. Your accountant is likely to be busy at this time of year, so don't arrive 2 days before that 21-day period is about to expire. Get on top of it. The key takeaways here are the federal government, via the ATO, is looking to manage the deficit, and any stragglers are in the ATO's sights. Stay on top of your lodgements, stay on top of your payments before things get out of hand. Your accountant can help guide you through this, and hopefully you can work to achieve a good outcome. I'm TC, and that's my 2 cents. Now, before you jump, if you found this useful, like or subscribe and share with anyone who might be interested. The content is for information purposes only. Get your own specific tailored advice. This is not financial advice. I am a poor, simple bean counter and not a substitute for good quality financial advice. If you've got a question or a topic that you'd like me to cover, set it out below or send me an email at tc@tcs2cents.com.au. If you're looking for tailored guidance to boost your business or tax advice or tax results, visit atomicba.au or email us at admin@atomicba.au and see if our team can help you go to the next level.